Oilers are going to be without their captain, Connor McDavid, just insult to injury in this already tough start to the season?
Yes. Anytime you lose your best player, the best player in the world, it's going to be different. It's going to feel different. But here's what I propose. Sometimes these things actually help you. And I think this will help this team get on track because again, it's almost like when we talked before about starting goalies getting knocked out. You better dot your I's and cross your T's now. You know what I mean? As a team, as players, as complementary players, like everybody's got to elevate and make sure you're taking care of business. And quite frankly, that's been the problem why you haven't gotten wins right now. So sometimes taking the best player or one of your top players out of the lineup, I think long term can actually help your team get back on track. It might be tough to get wins, but you might start playing a style that you really want to play because now you really realize we're shorthanded in some regards. So we'll see how the Oilers handle this. This is a talented team, obviously with him, but they are without him too. And I want to see them take care of the details of their game.
Yeah.
Well,
you want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
My point is that every team has those guys that, you're down a goal and you look to Connor McDavid. In Toronto Maple Leafs, they look at Austin Matthews, Tavares, those guys. It's Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on this team. So when he's out, you can't hope that he's going to make it because he's not there. So everyone has to step their game up. Everyone has to play better all-around hockey. And let's be honest, they haven't been playing good hockey at all.
No, they haven't. Their goalies, not blaming them alone solely, but they're not stopping enough pucks. So I don't know if having Connor McDavid out can change that. Maybe it forces them defensively to get their antennas up a little more, and that would definitely help. But I go back to, hey, Rupert, a team that you do some games with, Pittsburgh, when either Evgeny Malkin's out or Sidney Crosby's out, and I know we could get the LG probably got the numbers for us right away, but one of those guys' numbers skyrockets, right, without the other because they take the load and they put it on their shoulder. We've seen it in Boston in the past when Marchand's been out or Bergeron, another guy, Pasternak steps up or whatever. We've seen it almost everywhere. There's more focus, though, on this team than maybe any other team except Toronto, in my opinion. This Edmonton Oilers team, because of who they have on their team and what, maybe unfairly, the expectations were. I don't know how many picked them to make it to the Cup and to win the Cup. And I know we're still 6-7 months away, but it doesn't matter. We're in the fishbowl that is Edmonton, and you haven't started well. This is still going to be a tough as you know what stretch without McDavid. It may help him, Rupper. It might. In the long run, it may help him. But this is a pressure cooker right now in this market because they're like, the time is now. I still look at this team as flawed depth-wise and defensively. When I mean flawed, I mean challenge more than anything. They're still a good team. But I don't know if I see them as a Cup team, Hartsey and Rupper. I don't, given that their goaltending is also such a question mark.
Yeah, it's tough when you can't keep the puck out of your net and you have to score 5-6 goals a game to be in games. It's tricky, and especially when you don't have Connor McDavid.
Yeah, and Rafford, to answer Jaffe's question there, they were the odds-on favorite in Vegas to win the Cup.
They were.
Going into the season, by the way, Draisaitl had 12 points in the 6 games that McDavid missed last year. So to your point, maybe it's an opportunity for other guys to step up.
Yeah, and I would keep an eye on him, like you're saying there, Billy. You mentioned Pittsburgh. The relationship that Crosby and Malkin have always had is something special, right? And I think that Connor and Leon have a special relationship. But at the end of the day, don't think for a second that the other guy, which I think some of these players are revered to or referred to, I should say, as it doesn't annoy them, right? Like when you're always talking about Evgeny Malkin and it's Sidney Crosby's team or it's this and that, and then when Sid's out, Gino takes over, or vice versa, goes the other way. So Leon Draisaitl hears about Connor McDavid all the time, deservingly so. But at the same rate, this guy's the second best player in the world, in my opinion. And he will use this opportunity to show everybody I can carry this team too. I'm not just a benefactor of Connor McDavid. And I think this is in a very healthy way is what my point I want to make. These guys are elite competitors, but even beyond him, like you mentioned, it's just the other guys. Pick up the slack. Superman's not in the building right now, right? He's not going to be on the ice. So we can't just expect and cheat different ways in our game. We've got to play the game the right way. And that's what they're lacking right now.